Kubos streamo. Pamiršau vėl. What the fuck?
Sydflak, zemra zjar. I Kosov. A ty andra pinsen ekranet voglia. Ne yritan. Korjoojan biitin zemra. Nunes nousu. Nunes nousy. Fituesit. Ata nuktiin noudorsu. Ata kapin maajat. Se synimi ast. Vechnalt. Heroint itakuem. Heroin ubanam vet. Kosov. Atyku tåkamer frun andrat marin hav. Haidetat jegi marinen. Tash. Astkoa. Meskruit ämnintan.
Na, čia aparatas.
Telkos, dažnin lydiet par.
Nach. Kas čia? Nach. Okay. Na gerai. Galim varyti pažaisti dabar šitą tada. Prie to pačio. Kas nutiko?
Ladies.
Блядь, vėl Ko tu lūžinėjai? Tas Switch'as kartais žiauriai zajobina mane. Paskutiniu metu.
5 incredible days. This stage has been home to passion, competition and history in the making. This year's championship was truly special. For the first time ever, we witnessed the European Women's CS2 European Championship in esports, and the team was France. Make a round of applause
Reikia
for
atsinešti
France
dabar.
national team. France was the first women CS2 esports champion here in Kosovo. And also we saw Kosovo fighting with heart, delivering unforgettable moments and lighting up the crowd. So please make some noise also for Kosovo. Also, we saw a thrilling final in Dota 2 between the best of Europe. And now we reach to the last match, the last final, the Clash of Titans, Ukraine versus Lithuania. But before they head to the stage, let's take one last look at how these two teams fought their way until now. Please roll the video.
Раундів поспіль і буде лаків так само. Fast being hit and it's one of the spotters can deal with there playing for where he just was and he's moved brilliantly and he keeps finding the headshots. Slowly they're walking straight into on it. His own volley sets him up for a 3-peat. This kid is cracked right now.
Слухай, позиції непогані. Один на сайті. Це інший.
Just has no info to work with. Where are they coming in from? This Palace player as well is going to be super unexpected. Down he goes, and Lithuania again, and against the odds kind of round, bring it now within one.
І це вигравати вихід пішов. МПшки відкепна на кінуті, але Патін на прийомишці розстрілюється зі своєї МПшки відразу на 2 мінуси. Керт може іще кого-небудь забере.
Стоп!
1-1.
Уград фінал з однієї кулі! Керт! Job done and final locked in for Lithuania. They keep punching up, they keep finding wins as the underdog, and this story continues for them surely. The last man has strung to fall, and Lithuania booked their spot into the grand final against Ukraine tomorrow.
This This was a beautiful promo, and now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Introducing first, Team Ukraine! And now, their opponents, ladies and gentlemen, Lithuania!
Čia buina?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, I'll hand it over to MJ Pinkman for the pre-final interviews.
Thank you, Angel, and thank you everybody for tuning in. Welcome to the grand finals. We are Lithuania playing versus TNL, and we will hear from the champions. If Magilla can please step up, and Onik from the other side for a one-on-one interview here. Gentlemen, how are you feeling about this grand final?
We're feeling amazing and we're feeling prepared.
Onik, are you going to play anti-flash the entire game with your glasses?
Of course.
Perfect. So you've beat a lot of teams and you've shown consistent discipline. You're facing now Lithuania, one of the favorites maybe coming into this event. What are your thoughts about your opponent?
I'm I don't know. They very good shooting. We was looking at them and we was shocked. So they a bit scary opponents, but we will beat them.
Oh, that's a hot statement. Now, Lithuania, Magilla, you beat Kosovo. I believe that winning versus them has given you guys a lot of confidence. Now you're facing Ukraine, an opponent that is very dangerous. What are your thoughts on them?
We understand perfectly that we are the villains of the tournament. No one likes us here, but we are still coming to the win.
Lastly, are you guys going to show any respect to each other?
Again?
Are you going to show any respect to your opponent?
Of course, I respect all their team. All guys are good, really.
Humble, Magilla.
We respect everybody and especially them.
All right, without further ado, let's get it back to Angel and focus on the grand final.
And
Nu kurva. O yra gal prie YouTube šitą dalyką paimti, ne?
and vision to the CEO of X-Portal Esports, Besnik Thoshi, for standing behind esports every step of the way. Also, make some noise to all the volunteers, staff, production crew, referees, admins.
Stimino,
You made
nice.
this championship possible. Make some noise to all the volunteers, staff, production crew, referees, admins. You made this championship possible. And of course, we want to thank our partners and sponsors, Ministry of Culture, Youth and Sports, Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Raiffeisen Bank, our gold partner, Giraffa Pesviet and Giraffa Mall, Evro Target and Kixel, Red Bull, Telkos, Emerald Hotel, and DataJet eSIM. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the time has come. I will transfer to the casters for the final, so let the best team win. Thank you.
Bitch. Ne šičia kartais plauk. Čia atrodo, kad kažkas galėtų būti. Šukosna pastvarko. Ai va, tai šičia bus. Kažkur tai. Labas, labas. Krabas tu. Kodėl tu per ten ir ten rašai? Kas nutikė, brolau? O tai ne čia kažkur turėtų būti? Keturi, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Jau buvau pamiršęs apie šitą dalyką. Tai gal ten labiau tą pusę reikia tada.
Lietuva dhe Ukraina për European Esports Championship 2025 organizuar nga Kosova. Më pa portash më nuk vetë kemi pamin T-side vetë qindet Ukraina e në anën tjetër Lituania në pjesën e Cities. Showing your play. Huggers off Lithuania Ryu. He's been sharp all tournament himself and he hits two to start things off in Varus. One of his own as well. Knife with a fine, but Ryu adds to his tally before finally falling with a 3 for him. Onyx, maybe a bit of a chance, but needs a quad clutch in this round.
Okay.
Yeah, certainly going to be difficult for him, of course.
Bet ir ne čia tipo, what the fuck, tai kur jis yra?
Draw them in. They are not moving. They're giving full respect to Cross here. It's a really big round. It's always great to get that opening pistol. Quick swing, spots him out, but again, no over peaks, no over faces, and it's something that, you know, Lithuania have kind of got available to them, as if they've added that tiny bit of discipline to their game. I think they really could turn up the heat here. Oh, that's not what you're meant to do, good sir, and he knows that. Lots of noise made. 40 seconds left in the round. Sveikas keeps his cool and will get the pistol for Lithuania.
Nice.
As they so rightly
Labai chamėlino Ukraina prieš tai sako, tipo, mes tikrai jūs nugalėsim kažkas tokio, tai. Įdomu bus pasižiūrėti, kaip čia seksis. Fakt, nelabai man čia reikia iš to.
Unbelievably sick. A lot of it stemmed off the back of incredible individual performances from people like Ryu, who started well on the pistol, Magila on an AWP, an anchor player who doesn't necessarily AWP normally, who's looked so comfortable on it, and Chugas as well, the Navi Junior star who's looked so solid. I mean, you look across this team and everybody stepped up. B-Mass's experience has been invaluable, but Knife gets in behind, and Magila gets shot in the side. This Ukraine team, on the get-go, they were my favorites, and they've proved why this tournament. They pounce on towards B and a planche of the transfer's close, but Ryu can't quite find the second.
Pagal reikia pagarsinti biškį.
Such a difficult one as well.
So very crisp, this Ukraine team, and we are seeing tastes of that already. The individual battlers of Lithuania being immediately shown that they can be matched in this series. Really looking forward to see how this pans out, and if we can get those names that you mentioned from that Lithuania side answering once again. But God almighty, the CIS region, it's just insane. They print these players, it feels. These are 5 guys a year ago I think nobody had heard of, you know, and then they just kind of come out of nowhere and they are storming ahead up the rankings. Might even start getting some legit VRS invites.
I'm pretty sure they're inside the top 30 now. They're really looking like a solid side. I mean, they're actually in a position now where they're on the cusp of kind of
Outer farmlands, no?
hot tournaments. Traditionally, it's something in around kind of top 24 roughly, and they're kind of bridging that gap. I mean, especially when you look towards teams like kind of like Big, for example, Team Germany, who they've been slipping down the ranks. Teams like OG as well, who've not really been in that consideration all too much. They're just consistent, solid performances in Tier 2 tournaments have made them a real stalwart and a gatekeeper at that top end. And I think as much as Lithuania, we kept saying they're punching up, right? That's the narrative of them.
Yeah, and that's got to end at some
exactly.
point, right?
Ukraine, this side have just looked so good. For those who are maybe a little bit unaware as well, just go and have a look at TNL on HLTV and just go and look at the wins and the amount of wins they've been picking up in the last like 6 months. This side, seriously sick. And just even go and look at their run throughout this tournament as well. They've barely been phased by anybody. I mean, even yesterday against Denmark in the semi-final, 13-4 on train. Their map pick as well decimated them, 13-10 up the 1-2. I mean, they made light work of what is a really difficult side to break down. So this Ukraine team, you know, my favorites coming in. I expected a good performance, but how easy it's been for them. I mean, it's just a showcase of how good they are right now. And a lot of people thought about them being just onliners, and the fact that they've been so dominant on LAN, arguably even more dominant on LAN, is a little scary.
Ryu up high. He will be checked, but he finds the kill nonetheless. 40 seconds left in the round. Not loads of time to work with here for Ukraine. Going to start dropping down the bend. Dowie is here to try and stem the rotations, but only one. I think he's heard a couple more down below. Gigas is now stuck, but they've actually pulled away from the ramp play. The FAMAS gets taken a bit too easily for my money. And again, Ukraine, it looks scary for a moment. First kill goes against them. But they are able to outread, outmaneuver their opponents.
Easy.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at this side as well, I mean, for Ukraine. They're so good at building up real long-term stability. I do wonder for Lithuania, you know, when we look at their play style as a whole in this tournament, it's actually been kind of that Pugger's paradise, very individualistically based in terms of getting a real pop-up performance from
Nice.
one or a few different players. But I don't know if that style of play works against Ukraine. They're such a tight-knit unit. Dowie gets the trade in towards Magila. Just a consolation kill from him. It doesn't make too big of a difference. I should have touched on the veto as well for those who maybe missed it as well. Nukes on map picked to kickstart things. That's picked by TNL. Lithuania have gone in towards Anubis, a map which has been very good for them. We saw them kind of batter
Lush estate in army
tournament, and then Ancient is our decider as well.
is in the mouth of Setta.
Early attack time out. So Nuke, Anubis, and Ancient
Is in
our
also lower district.
It's, I think, a tough veto as a whole because two of those maps are actually
To
really
čo?
solid for this TNL, the Ukraine side. So it becomes difficult. A couple of people to keep an eye on it, maybe even not too familiar with Ukraine. I think
Varom į palangą mergyčių pakabins. Gerai, galim, varom.
Dowie, I think Dowie looks really, really solid.
Kad ir dabar.
That's kind of bounced around a little bit too. Generally speaking, Onyx is towards the lower end in terms of the numbers, but I think
Aš tai už.
he can be a little rogue, a little weird to play against. I think he's hard for a team like Lithuania, who maybe don't have the systematic depth to break down him. He can be a little rogue, just wandering around, but sometimes they're the most awkward players to play against.
Yeah, we're going to see here not too much expected out from this round, of course. Lithuania taking a timeout early. I think they can feel that this is going to be hard and they can't play that loose style that they've played against some of the other teams. You know, we picked up on it
Žinoma.
times. They were rotating like 3 players at once. You know, they just really send it, or they go for like a mad late round push with 4 guys in the same area. All these kind of wacky plays have caught a lot of the other teams off guard. I think Ukraine have the advantage of A, being the last to play them, and B, just being a bit tighter, a bit more well-drilled for those types of rounds than, you know, a team like Germany, for example, a team like Kosovo, who have been out of the Tier 2 space and don't really know what types of cheeky moves people are doing these days.
Now he's dealt through the stairs onto Jugas. We need a real pop-up performance from him. It feels like we're already getting Ryu stepping up, in all fairness, but we need kind of Jugas alongside him. We need Magila in towards the AWP. I think, you know, like I said, this is a guy who's traditionally an anchor player for his respective side, and a guy who doesn't really AWP very often, who has actually looked really comfortable on it. You know, he out-AWP'd GXX, which unbelievably surprising. And then when you look towards that Germany game as well, I mean, sure, Skunk isn't an AWPer, but he made it very clear that he wasn't, right, with how solid Magila looked. So I've been actually thoroughly impressed with him individually. The only real, I think, you may say quote-unquote weakness towards them has actually been Spardas. I just think at times you can tell he's a little greener, he's a little newer, he can be a little bit more uncomfortable, especially when the pressure's on. I think we actually saw it against Kosovo. You could tell pressure was getting to him in some of those situations where individuals like Ryu, even though he doesn't have a load of like LAN crowd experience, it just didn't seem phased.
Tu šok žemyn, debilas.
I think that's when you're in an organization like Navi, in the academy side, you really do get a lot of support around you.
Yeah, and I think that you're expected in a way to eventually play in this kind of format. So
I mean, when you sign the contract, pressure starts there.
Yeah,
so he's
well,
already
yeah,
had like
100%,
what, like a year and a half of you know, I've got to perform in them.
Yeah.
Like a top 30 side themselves.
And I'm sure
Easy.
they might have a little bit in there where, you know, they maybe go to some local lands to get used to it, or maybe they have some of those like master classes or something from someone on the main team or
Level up.
X-Pro. Nice
Play
nade damage.
in a lot of these big qualifiers. Well, I know, you know, just around the corner, they're going to be playing in the Pro League quals and stuff.
Oh,
so
my.
there's Dowie. And that's why I highlighted this kid. Mechanically so crisp. And BMAS will feel it. They line up for Magila. There he is for 2. That'll change the narrative of this round as numbers favor Lithuania. And this now gets very spicy in transition. Knife tries to catch one. He then gets caught in the side. And it's Flea reacts with it all to do. He taps away, but he misses the first. Molotov will come down to try and isolate a fight. And he just about gets out of dodge. But, man, a 1 versus 3. Already tagged up. He's a known quantity. Zugis showing his mechanical prowess. What a round to 5 for Lithuania. Actually, quite comfortable.
Yeah, really well done. All comes down to Magila on the swing. I think causing a lot of carnage there. in the backside. A retrieval of weapons, so Lithuania not messing around here as they will trade up as many M4s for AKs as they can, which ends up being all of them in fact. Kit retrieved there by Magila in the end, so that info's come across as well. Lots and lots and lots of upgrades. Lithuania, it's a good round, it's a big round. It could be an opportunity for them to snatch the lead away as well. Early doors, and nothing set in stone just yet.
In terms of HLTV officials as well, this is the 29th time in the last 3 months that Ukraine have played this map, and they've got just shy of a 70% win rate. So
Okay.
this is a tall task ahead.
No, su CTB važiuojam? Ne, su Zetke. Kodėl su CTB? Ką tu kvailas?
It's not like a map in which they're not versed at playing, but they've got a big task ahead of them. This is a map in which you could even argue that in the tier 2, this TNL side might be like a top 3 tier 2 side on Nuke right now. Maybe even number 1.
See if that shows itself here.
Savers and Ibu Highlands.
Outside, but they knew about him. Magilla once again threads the needle for an important find. Gigas on the sneaky corner angle here. He's going to have to get a few, and he does just
Namura Village.
in the nick of time. However, it is still a man advantage for the CT end. Onyx just contacting in, will get caught eventually.
Risky.
Flirax remains alone. Does have the bomb here. There are some low HP bars. It's not out of the realms of possibility. Ryu down below already is waiting.
O tai pasinuomot kokį kažką negalima?
Will Flirax check him, I suppose, is the big question here. If he gets that.
Jeigu nori, tai gali ir Zetke mėgoti, aš tai nieko nesakysiu.
He has gone the right-hand corner, and he will pay the price.
Yeah, it's an orthodox, but well played from you. I think as well in that sort of situation where you've got the advantage, why not play a little gimmicky? You know, he's got so many angles to clear. So, nice work. It will be now a tight game all, and I mean, Ryu out the gates looking pretty phenomenal so far, in all fairness. He's really started to find a lot of form, and it's kind of what you want to see. Of course, Team Ukraine, TNL, coached by a legend of the game, Kane. Oh, a guy who, of course, many of the OGs and the youngs will know. And a pretty good guy to have kind of around these quite young players.
Baitu, mes buvom nuvarę kažkada. Tai už 2,5 eurų paliepę radom išsinuomoti žmogui, tai čia tipo. Bet mokyklai nuomavomės kažkokiai tai.
Take the lead as well, and they do it in quite the fashion, just making sure there's no questions about it. So, nice work for them. Go quickly in towards it.
Easy, visiškai.
But that's a good round for Lithuania to have under their belt. In those rounds where statistically you should be winning it pretty hands down, they make sure there's just no questions.
Tai naktį, tai ypač tai tikrai negausi, tai mes kol nuvažiuosim, tai diena bus, tai bus jau, tada atsiras.
Tech pause here, not too long, thank goodness for that. We are back into the action swiftly. You can see though, 3 in a row, 2 now without a bomb plant. Really very good signs for Lithuania. Gonna have to see if they can keep it going. Ukraine running a little short on cash themselves, but they will cobble something together here.
They take attack just as the
wow, okay,
just the round timer was come down as
classic.
well. Classic. But
Easy.
4K to get on the mic here. Of course, like we said, a guy with so much experience as well, and you know, a lot of tenureship and a lot to kind of.
Rasi, baigtų.
These young players kind of soak up. It can be kind of a fountain of knowledge for them. I think, you know, just in terms of
Baigtų.
experience in these sort of situations. So, that was concluded. It's 3 rounds in the bounce for Lithuania. Can buy back in. They'll have to come in play for Khan. I wonder if Onyx got dropped for it, or if he's going to be wielding just like a Tech 9. Yeah, it is. So his money is really short. It must have, you know, been a bit of an over-investment until that previous round. So no gun for him. A double Khalil on a Flirax, double AK-47. Not exactly the greatest of investments as they rebuy back in. This is kind of a big round. You lose this, and you actually more or less guarantee that Lithuania will take at least a tie game into the second half. This is super important for Ukraine.
Yeah. Lithuania, man. again really looking good and a great little pullback from them. Got Ken downstairs. Magilla is ready to meet him. Will he be required? What is the rest of the game plan here?
Kalė.
Magilla on the orb. There's two down here.
Kad ir į Lenkiją galim važiuoti, jeigu nori Augustavo.
Careful with the over faces. Surely gets the first no, but he misses the shot. Not quite fast enough. There's some of that pressure of unlikely Orpa. Ziga sitting behind the box here will also get flattened. Oh, and it's a quick spin around as Ryu's only able to get one. Magilla keeps cool for two. And they're all over. He will get spun from pillar to post. He may well have done
Taip,
enough
aš žodžiu visus.
for the bomb plant here.
Gerai, čia varo toli tie lietuviai eina, na, žiūrėk, dar rimtai laimės gal. Reikės ant paskutinio geimo jaučiu pink full screeną, jeigu dar neįsiu mėgoti iki to laiko.
Should be known that he's up in towards rafters. So kind of onus on B-Mass to clear him here. And Spartus, he's just playing patient. They want to pounce on this side together. This is actually putting heads up. Knife, he's running low on ammo. Only got a few bullets. And, well, they won't be used to good use. It's all down to one man. And it's Khan. Bomb's planted for him. Door open. He spots the shadow. And Khan plays that well. I don't think Spartus needed the peek there. I think pressure got the best of him. He got baited into a fight. He fell into the trap of Khan. And that's a great round for Ukraine. In that post bomb, played really well.
Kind of insane as well. Like, he opens the door for him.
He invited that fight. It's
Usually people
good,
are just going to hide behind
Kur,
that.
Satamo, gate.
I kind of love it because it's a swinging peak that's coming through from Spartus. And I think that there's probably a bit
Kangasaki
of
Castle.
I want you to fight me. He was so heads up and ready for that.
Not a lot of time left on the bomb as well. Getting further away from that if you can. So, a bit of that Ukrainian swagger creeping in here. Ryu left on half HP. Spartus on the edge of the smoke. Will get the first here. MP9 on high. Not considered but traded.
I was Satamo gate, no?
For a little more, he will go down. Spartus has made his way through the squeaky door. Picks up one, make it two. It's actually Zigas that helps him out. Magilla's gone down. Dowie finds himself all alone. He's got to get the ace for this round as well. He's also got to pick the bomb back up. So it does not look.
Fuck, čia kaip toli reikės varyt.
Then I am not Dowie. I might just be able to get this done.
I'm not going to doubt him. I've seen so many heroic moments from this kid. He is so crisp. And he's got balls of steel. Look at this push, man. Deep in towards that smoke. This is such a big play. I mean, information gain, but it's recovering this bomb. I've seen some Dowie special moments, but this is such a difficult little two-man setup to break down. He has to basically try to isolate here. He has to shoot through the gap, essentially. I don't know if he'll check.
Nebudu vienu metu.
Oh my god, no way. No way he will. This is about the second though. No, he doesn't. He's going to swing out and that'll lose his life. You just won't expect the second.
Nice.
It's a good effort though.
So unlucky. But he will manage to get the round for Lithuania. We'll see now if they can get a streak back. Ukraine pick up one. It's an unlikely round. At the old classic, they never expect two in the same location.
We saw it happen in our previous series, that double stack on sandbags.
Yeah, of course.
When the dualies that started things off, it's always a classic.
Yeah. But we'll see here. Moving forwards as Lithuania take the lead. Another bad buy. They have actually fully forced into it, so I guess just sort of force buying themselves into oblivion here at the tail end of this first half. A real opportunity, therefore, for Lithuania to grow a substantial lead. Cheeky little flash. Zigas in his trusty angle once again. It's only one. He does have backup down below in the form of Magilo. He's going to pick up the double, holding the line on the MP9. Dowie the only one that remains, and he will fall too. Lithuania looking good here. They hit the bare minimum that they would want of 6. But there is potential for more, and this Lithuanian story continues to surprise.
This is a fantastic first half. Let's go back and talk about the narratives that we built up for Lithuania in all the previous. I mean, this is what, the 5th time we've actually caught them here on the stream, right? And we look at all their previous results. You know, we've got Poland, North Macedonia, Kosovo, Germany, right? Every single series, what's come true is their T sides have been actually quite considerably better than their CT sides. The fact that they've got 6 already, for people at home who maybe this is your first time tuning in, this is a really, really good position that Lithuania have put themselves in. Now, sure, this map is generally seen as CT-sided, but Lithuania do just look better when they play that pack mentality on the T side. So, I'm impressed, man. Many a team have struggled at the top end of Tier 2, who are full-fledged teams against TNL on Nuke, and here we find ourselves. with a mixy side. We had a conversation with BMAS, and they said they've had a couple of run-throughs of some maps, and that's as good as it gets.
Yeah, and then just kind of going with the flow as the tournament's gone on.
What a showing. A little bit laboured shots there, unfortunately, for Knife and same for Khan as well. Simple shutdown here in round number 11. Upgraded pistols aren't really offering too much of a fight on for that flawless round. Just Dowie. Can't do anything. Ryu sees it off. His 12th kill of the map so far. 12-7 for him, 10-7 for Magila, 11-6 for Tugis, 9-4 for Spartas. Nearly everybody stepping up, and BMAS, who in this situation you probably expect is a little bit more of that kind of leading element.
Yes.
Fair play, you know. This is a really good spot. 7-4.
Little locked in.
7-4.
On the CT side here, we'll see.
Kiek čia tų žodžių nulauks, aš nesprantu.
The difference between a 7-5 and an 8-4 can be huge. Aggressive up step for Magilla. Ryu also pretty aggressive up top. Missed shot though, Magilla. He's had a few of those, unfortunately. Yeah. Ryu will get a number trade, but not the right player, so they'll make it down secret in this 4-on-4.
Že vėl rodinės eina? Ar ne? Ai, ne.
Well, this is risky and always a bit noisy. Can you find the vent? Who's watching you? Bemis, we noted his fragging or lack thereof, but in this round he has done God's work. That's the bomb going to be dropped as well.
It's actually a really nice re-smoke as well. Gives him the chance to fall back. Now he's got to get to a point of prioritizing a reload quickly. Ryu finds Fleerax. Down to Khan in a 1v3. Khan cannot do anything. BMAS, what a round to close out the half. 8-4, ladies and gents. That is a stunning showing from Lithuania. They've put themselves in a fantastic spot on Ukraine's map pick of Nuke, no less. The little team that could carry on doing so. We'll see you after the break.
Nice. Druga.
Oh, looks like a short and sharpish break as well. Not quite the 3 minutes that we're used to here in the finals. We want to get all of the action. So we're back on the way, nice and early. 8-4 for Lithuania, and they're now moving towards their T side, which, as we were saying a little bit earlier, that's where they've done a lot
čia ne
of
Kesseltas.
work.
Ai, Northeastern sakė nuo to. Tai čia visi galima pasimti turbūt, ką reikia, ne? And L lost pages.
Gonna do a lot here on it. He doesn't always really fly in the numbers department, as you can see as well. That's pretty traditional for TNL. He's tagged down low as well. BMAS is getting in behind. I mean, this is a crazy little pincer maneuver towards the A side that they've got built up. And Ryu wants to keep pushing. He's got one already, and he's also gaining a lot of information. This is a great setup towards Open.
Yeah, this is again where the advantage of being a bit looser and maybe not having those set rounds, you know, just listen to the mid-rounding. It's really worked well. Surely there's no way back into this A-bomb site, you would assume. It really does not look good. They don't have a kit available. They've got the Julies, that's about it as being, you know, substandard weaponry.
Oh,
but the Glocks will just mow them down. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Lithuania come away with the pistol once again.
The little team that could keep on going. 9-4. I cannot believe what I'm seeing.
Šiaip žiauru, jo.
Even that was wild. Germany, maybe a little bit more expected, you know, big as a whole.
They also dropped a lot of rounds,
yeah,
right? You
exactly.
could see that there was more Germany losing.
Yeah, but man, this is decimation right now.
Yeah.
Lithuania, they are...
Hey, they look good. They believe in the calls, keeping it
absolutely
very, very loose, which, you know, is hard to do.
If I've ever seen an advert in the window for all 5 of these players, I mean, that for sale sign is looking bright and it's looking dirt cheap right now as well. I mean, PAZIURESIME, of course, who's contracted in, of course, you in a similar vein, but these guys are all looking lights out.
Atrodo, čia yra tas Castle, ne?
Back at home. Magila's not even open, mate. He's an anchor player, so he's got a couple of tricks up the sleeve.
Yeah, we'll see how far it goes. He has missed,
he's missed a few
shots
but then again, 10-8's not terrible.
He could be back. I feel like the best round he had was on the MP9.
That's true, that's true. But man, like, the fact that he's versatile, you know, if you need a secondary AWP on your side, I'm doing the selling for them. Spartus, a youngster, untested, unproven, and actually looking really sharp. 10 and 5 for him.
Armoras.
Experience, time in tier
Bet
1.
man atrodo, man šito reikia, ar ne?
Deserves to be back there as well, especially if he's taking up more of a leadership role. Maybe IGL's
Kaip ir nereikia, bet pasimsim.
It's kind of one of those things you see. Experienced players take up the leadership mantle. Either way, number 14 ensues here. Already lost Dowie. That's the big hitter for me gone, which is what you don't want to see. Onic, looking for more.
Oh.
Nearly gets the third as well. It's not about Epic. Khan's off one. Hi, Khan spills the bomb forward. A scout on the angle too. He upgrades to an AK-47. Makila at the same time finds one of his own. Well, recovery of this bomb, 25 seconds. We do not have a lot of time here. Scout off Fleerax. Hits a corker. It's all down to the Duke is getting the shot. Fleerax. What a stunner. What a round. We needed a hero. He gets 2. Ukraine have been begging to get around on the board just to kickstart something on the CT side, and they finally get it.
Yeah, non-stop action there at the ramp. Kill after kill after kill, but eventually it's Ukraine finding the round somehow. So here we go. We might have a bit of a game on our hands. They've got to watch out.
Žiauriai daug lietuvių, jo.
Right, you look across this Ukraine side.
Man atrodo, čia ir tai sunkiai kelsis.
Individuals, a map like
Įdomu visai pasidarė žiūrėti šitą.
Can be hard to crack through if there's just 1 or 2 players taking over the game, taking over yards, shutting out these types of areas. Ryu tries to drop down. He doesn't have the bomb, so that's good at the very least. They were going to wrap around from ramp. It's a lot of damage done by the MP9, but not quite enough kills to net the round. I think they should get the plant out here, the T's, but beyond that, not really looking at much else. Just about... Oh, the bomb's trapped here. I thought the bomb had maybe been picked up. It's not the case. Spartus found himself trapped in a corner, so that's bought enough time for the rotations to come around and indeed, perhaps,
No way.
deny the bomb plant. We'll see. There's a quick move from Dowie, so it is going to be a timing battle here. Can he deny this? Oh, yeah, looks like he's here to do so, and he will indeed clean up the kills. That's tough. That is tough.
Wow.
Lithuania, I think, will be disappointed they don't get a return on their investments.
Yeah, a couple of kills, but yeah, you are right. A bomb plant was really ripe for the taking there, and unfortunately not garnered. 9-6. When you look statistically as well at this side, it's actually pretty even for Ukraine as well on Nuke. 51% of the rounds they get are on the CT side, so generally speaking, right down the middle. So it just shows actually how poor that first half was from them. Quite surprisingly poor. I've seen some very good nukes played by TNL. Just don't see it here, but still plenty of time to get in towards this game. Look at where we're at right now. Nothing round for Lithuania.
Yeah.
No real investment to work with, so it should be a 7. That's a 2-round game. That's 1 gun round being the difference. I mean, it may not look like anything just yet, but they're pretty hot on their tails. Lithuania needs to be very, very careful.
O gerai, kodėl nenori nusimtas?
The most important round they played so far, without a shadow of a doubt. They lose that, and then we start talking about them squandering an 8-4 half and really falling flat. On the T side, which is generally where they've looked better.
They have gained a lot of ground here, actually. Shadow's going to be spotted, but yeah, I don't think he has enough bullets. Not enough RPM to take down all those players. There is some team damage that comes in, but there you go. There's the damage they were looking for, the kills that they wanted, just to keep that CT economy a bit modest. But as you say, this is a big old round on the way here. Lithuania may have to dig deep into their strat book to get that 10th.
And how deep is the strat book? Is it only a few pages, right? That's the thing. You know, it's the negative side of being a mix and a looser style of play. So, let's see, 2-round buffer they hold.
Блядь.
Such an important
Разъёба.
here in round number 17. AK's out across the board. Util isn't exactly super fleshed out as well either. Lithuania, if they're forced into a post bomb, what, 1 smoke, 1 molly, 2 flashes and A is all they got left. And one win of 35 in this round. They haven't really even gone for an execute, and they've not been left from Rod or Util. This is pretty worrying, actually. I mean, a lot of these flashes being burned, but Ryu will get the opener.
I suppose they're going to have to do something with it, though, and they've got very little to work with. As you mentioned, the advanced positions here of Ukraine will take, wow, the entire bite out of the attack. They have been neutered here. Just 2 remaining. Ryu did get his kill, and he's got himself into a pretty weird spot, actually. Yeah, I mean, Dow's probably like, oh yeah, that's my teammate behind me, isn't it? He was not expecting Ryu there at all. So maybe some weirdness here might just get them back in, but I speak a bit too soon. The M4s stand strong, and Ukraine bring it within one, and this is what I was worried about, the brick wall effect here of the CT side. And it is really, really scary looking. That route is just so flat. Lithuania cannot find any way in.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I just feel like they're throwing Util for the sake of throwing Util. There was no rhyme or reason behind the specific flashes we were getting. They came in with a fairly decent belt of Util, and then we're getting into like what? It's 1 minute 30, and you've got smoke and HE left. How do they expect to execute? I mean, you got to spam through a smoke. That's all they got to open things up. So, what was the Util actually used for? Doesn't it really even bait Ukraine into extinguishing too much of their resources either? So, I don't know, a little weird for me for Lithuania. This is where they start to look a little panicked, a little flustered. Onic, for one. Fleerax will support him as he gets that second. But Ryu and BMAS will combine. Those are their own. The transfer from Fleerax so close. As Ryu's left, reeling on 5 points of HP. Oh, Magila, he hears this step. You've got to swing with that Tech 9, though. Ryu will plant. He's going to wait here. He's kind of got to be the forward foot. And that's a big find. Doesn't take that much damage either.
Upgrade of the weapon as well. Doesn't watch the vent. That's where Dowi's going to be coming from, so he does have the element of surprise. Doesn't really have time to go in for that kit, and ironically enough,
Close, right? Yeah, okay.
this is not going to be easy, but he does have a smoke. Maybe that gives him the avenue that he needs.
Yeah, he's
Doesn't
out.
spot anybody though, and he will bail on it. Lithuania, really big find in an unlikely round as well.
He's got to get now.
Yeah, I spotted it. He like saw it.
Yeah.
It's like he didn't have time to go there, walking, and then walk back. It's actually just not worth.
Too little, too late. Ryu goes down to the bomb, but it's not the end of the world. Finally, Lithuania, you know, off the back of some individuals, but sure, a round put on the board. Speaking of individuals, I'll bring him up again. Ryu, 22 and 11. Man, this kid is just nuts.
Yeah.
Continues to be such a threat. And you know, funny enough as well, when I look towards Ryu, you know, we've actually, you know, cast him actually quite a few times, especially when he stood in for Monty, right? And he came in towards that team, and I gotta say, he was pretty poor. I was not really impressed. You know, I saw him a bit on Monty Gen, especially because, you know, we kind of had a
Evet, Ayşe'yle.
Monty Gen. He is a UK guy. It's cool to see UK players, of course, playing you know, a real decent level, and he got that chance to move up in towards the main team as an IGL. But you know, when Ryu first got picked up, it just looked okay. But now, in hindsight, when you look at it now, he definitely wasn't playing roles that he's comfortable with in Monty compared to now. He's been given so much space, so much resources, and I think this is where I've been so impressed with Ryu this tournament. Mechanically, of course, you can talk about that, but like, he's got such a good head for the game, you can tell, when he's given the freedom and the space to work with such a chunky nade. But BMAS and Ryu combine. Oh my, that is monstrous. A volley behind as well, just to keep them at bay. Bomb will be planted. He maybe even angle for a save here. I mean, look at the money for Ukraine. They don't have really a choice. 5 versus 3. It's unconfirmed damage too, and Fleerax will fall, so no AWP save. My oh my. Lithuania up to 11.
Looking very good, and I mean a pace change from them as well is super effective.
Блять, и вел щену. А, bet ir akmenų yra zavys. Akmenų reikia.
Don't know that Onic will be able to survive much longer, having a rough game himself. That's the AWP if they want to do anything with it on the Lithuanian side. Ken should be able to hold on, but man, it's getting really impressive. Yeah, just how one-sided that is, and the way that it's played. Again, speaking to the fundamentals that these guys have just kind of, you know, the trust in each other, the way that they've worked. I'm doing this. Yeah. Put me in the backpack, or rather, if you Ryu, put everybody else in the backpack.
I mean, it just keeps baffling us because they've been the underdogs in every single game of their players. They've had the run of death here. Kosovo into Germany, into Ukraine. It's the top 3. It's the heavy hitters, basically, back to back to back. And they've, you know, actually, in all fairness, we look towards Kosovo brushing the side quite easily. Germany much harder fought, but still a really respectable win. And right now, so far, so good. Dowie, I love the proactivity. Fleerax gets a little fadeaway shot. He's tagged super low, but finds Magila. So the opening double go the way of Lithuania, but this round's far from over. The HP of Dowie and Fleerax, we still got real chances here. My God, Kern, that was risky.
Bima's trying to chase down They're obviously being heard. Yeah, Ken with a late peek does manage to find one, resets the fight for the next.
Hang
Oh my
on.
goodness, it has been pulled back. 2 on 5 overall.
Bet čia nematau to vieno daišio, kur man reikia.
5-7. And the low HP is really not good here. Bomb plant coming in. Will give them plenty of space to work with, but we'll see. There's a quick move from Onyx. I think he's been heard. He's upgraded the weapon slightly. What can he get done? The FAMAS hoping to get the catch, and BMAS is so unbelievably lucky to have spotted him. Molly and a nade. They'll join together here. Not a lot of time left. BMAS out in the open. Gets the double spray down to secure the round. They're on their feet, the villains of the day. Will find number 12 and a really important clutch to get over the line. That was close.
Oh my God, BMAS. What a time to step up. We were saying a little bit earlier, right? For BMAS, he wasn't really putting the numbers in that first half, and he stepped up in a big way. That 1v2 enough is alone to prove just how talented he is. And even sweeter as well, Lithuania win a big round, a huge 2v2 clutch, which they had no right to win first and foremost as well. We're, opening double go the way of Ukraine, they call a timeout, make them sit on it, make them dwell and stew in a round that they should have won.
Nice.
They want to took them off the face of the earth, and that is exactly the right way to do it. This Lithuania side are ticking every box right at the moment. This is so impressive. And Anuba's coming up next as well. We've already seen that they've got some really decent protocols on that map. I mean,
maybe one of the maps that they worked on a fair, we quizzed Bemis a little bit, what's going on, how you feeling, Vito, etc.
And hey, as well,
and Anubis was the first one out of his mouth, wasn't it? So
what did Bemis say to us earlier? I think we're going to win this.
Yeah, they're feeling good, man.
People say, oh, I think we're going to win, but he was like, I literally think we're going to win.
Going
this,
better than we are expecting.
Yeah.
It
wasn't like
sky's the limit.
It wasn't like like a PR stunt interview. This was we're just chilling here, no cameras around. He's like, no, I just think we're way better. Like we are crisper, and I think we're going to win. And my God, I kind of internally chuckled a little bit. Oh, mate, fair enough. You take on the heavy hitters on TNL, but
Lithuania, is that a little bit before your time? You remember Lithuania?
I remember,
they were a team. Yeah, of course. But Lithuania, they were like an MDL team.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, man.
Who was BMAS in it?
I think he might have been at one point.
Yeah.
It's also right on the mark when I started commentating, I think. So
it's
a long while ago now.
What
the hell? Live on camera. Magila gonna get it done. Clean shot from him.
That's disgusting at range, mate. First bullet.
Yeah, well, get him off the orb and on the entry, I suppose. We do have Ken down below here, ready to put up a defense. He takes the first, traded by the second. The flow is so clean here as Lithuania not looking to let this opportunity slip away. The Ukraine have got other ideas. They are down towards the bomb site. I think the bomb in a bit of a...
Gosh, no easy.
They're not really rushing the plant just yet, and Sparta's going to get caught off. It's going to be Bemis again left in the clutch, and he's not ready for the flank coming in. Ukraine have bought some time after such a clean shot to open things up. They unfortunately cannot take it over the line.
Yeah, they can probably still buy here. Thankfully, BMAS here just shy of 9k, so he could drop over actually a couple. Thankfully, they can reinvest in, but you're right. For a bit of time. Job not done just yet. I think you could tell as well, just getting a little flustered there, Lithuania. They needed probably, actually, in all fairness, somebody else in that situation alongside Bemis who they could really calm down. But Spartus didn't really know where to look, and it's more a little flat. But I would say this game far from over. As much as Lithuania have looked super sharp, Ukraine, they're never going to drop the ball. Magila, another opener. It's at the cost of 22 points of HP, but kill all the same, and one you'll take to the bank and back. I had this quiet move. I love this core as well. This is a real heads-up play. Lithuania, you get an opener, sure, you take a bit of damage, you freeze immediately.
Yeah.
Because in this sort of a situation where we're still over that minute mark, all the onus is on Ukraine to either gain information or make a move to level the playing field. So you sit tight and you wait to see whether anyone makes a mistake. And in a way, as much as Ukraine have been a very solid side, a lot of counter-strike recently, they're still young and they're still prone to mistakes. And they want to try and expose a couple of them.
Here we go in towards the A site then. A lot of presence in Hut. Dowie ready for that, but one is not going to be enough. Knife up top. Patience. The name of the game. He could creep out here, but they're ready for him. He's got some backup. Are the trades going to be there? All of them coming in from heaven. Might not be expected. They're kind of over-facing. Only expecting one player. Ken tries but fails to stop Lithuania taking map number 1. A huge steal. They are on their feet, somewhat in disbelief to take it in such a fashion. But man, Nuke goes the way of Lithuania. And up next, it's their map pick.
Sydflak, Zemras jar,
Nice.
Kosov. Att du går andra pinsen ekranet våglia.
Tai laimėjo, zabis.
Månads mörsu. Månads mörsu. Fituesit. Ata nukdime odorsu. Ata kapin maajat. Se synimi ast. Vechnalt. Heraint itakuem. Heraint ubanam vet. Kosov. Att du går tåkamer frum andrat marin hav. Haidetat jegimareinen. Tash. Astkoa. Meskruit ämnintan.
Kanageishi Castle. Bet čia kem pirmo levelio.
Telkos, dažnyn lydiet par.
Bitch. Nice. Labai gerai. Vėl blembu tik šienas. Na, taip nereik man to šieną tavo. Evo tas vadaikanas yra. Aš šiaip tų daikanų, tai man net nereikia labai žudyti, bet... Daugiau nebus gal. Lemma, kad du ateina, tai nežinau labai gerai. Piziena, ar patinka tau K-pop? Ne. Gerai, labai laiku. Eik tu nachui. Nei klausau, nei patinka. Net neįdomu tiesą pasakius. Nors. O kodėl klausiu tokio klausimą, ar patinka? Kaip daina jau kokia sukūrė iki popo? Ar stylas pasivelnio, gal ką žinau. Anksčiau gal jo patikdo, dabar tai... Nu, tik techno, jo, kartais šiaip labai dažnai būna paklausau, ypač kai mašiną vairuojant, tai labai būna smagu pasiklausyti dažnai. Lemma, čia šitie tai tikrai rodai. Ar patinka? Ne, nepatinka Piziena. Ar gali jie, blet, pajudėti iš vietos? Malonės ateit ar ne šitas? Eik, nahu, debilas. O, per blend 12 nakties. Kai tokius klausimus uždavinėja durnus, tai nelabai patinka. Bet jeigu ne tai, tai visai zaibės tipo. Kurva prisidirbau. Kaip ta lazanija? O kokių dar būna lazanijų? Kaip aš šio prieš tai nepamačiau, aš nelabai suprantu iš to bairio. Tikrai turėjau kažkaip pamatyti šį. Ai, čia va tas va čestas, ne? Nice. O ar tau patinka kaip ta lazanija? Bimt. Reikia iš kažkur dar vieną daišų parauti. Aš ir čia raktą turiu zabys. Tik labai lieva yra to Lidlo lazanija, o ten nahu. Gyvenime nepirksiu. Kažkur vieną daišą pražiopsojau. Kur čia dar gali būti tas daišių? Ne, čia nebent gal, ne? Ar jums patinka sūdyti cepelinai? Jo. Na, tipo, kaip sūdyti? Nesūdyti, tiesiog. Aha. Bet, kai būna sūriau cepelinai, tai man tikrai patinka. Aš dar būna su grietinė ir vegetus dar daugiau įsidedu, kad tik sūriau būtų. Nes skaniau man taip. Gerai. Čia reikia man atsitraukti. Ой. Давай, ворочи čia. Easy.
Piziena, do you like medium rare Zeppelins? Or maybe do you prefer some well-done meatballs without the potato? Or maybe Zeppelins, but the meat and the potato switch places. Potato inside, meat outside.
Aš tau timeoutą tu duosiu, žmogau, nenušnekėjęs. Kas yra nutikę, kodėl cepelinai mėsa turi būti išorėje, o bulvė viduje? Tasme, čia lietuvių žaidimas turėtų būti, aš taip įsivaizduoju. Su tavo tokiais pasisakymai šią tiesą pasakai, žinokiu, visiškai jau. Tai gerai, gali pabandyti. Tai davai, kažkada pasigamink tokį, žinai, paragauk ir man daug žinot, kaip sekas gyvent tada. Čia dar kažkas yra. Atvešiu tau paragauti. Ne, tai tu pirmą paragauk ir man po to jau gali atvežti. Nu kurva. Šiaip kartais užnės tas momentas šitam žaidime. Kai atveši cepelinus su mėsa išorėj, tada sukursiu mapą naują.
He's actually going to find two with that. I wasn't expecting him to really get away with much. It felt like they were in a very good spot to deal. We've got a flank coming in here from Flea Racks.
Žyvensiu? Oh, geras.
However, the distraction works. Onyx hits his shot. In the meantime, the bomb is attempting to bail, but now he's somewhat trapped. Magilla goes down, and Onyx with a clean pistol to pull them through.
Yeah, needed that a little bit as well. For Ukraine,
Šitą gavau. Nice.
Lithuania, this has been a pretty good match.
Короче, колėtas, bet bulvė viduje.
Over North Macedonia, 13-5. We saw that a little bit earlier.
Jo, bet tai bulvė, tai ta mėsa tai virta turi būti. Nekepta.
So we need to see quite the sharp bounce back from this Ukraine side. And a good start like this on
Kai aš galiu aš taip padaryti, tada bus viskas įvykdyta jau.
get a bit of a force though. Bugalil, double D on the Mac 10.
Nope, nope.
The way in which Lithuania poses
Reikia tada reiškia viską surinkti.
sheer firepower all the way throughout. Loose calling style, not too much of a set strat.
Tai man trūksta tepo, kanabo
Couldn't quite figure
ir
it out.
viskas.
Chunky Nadel, these spotters, really. Pop flash Magila about to come in momentarily. And posted on the angle, Shadow betrays Hughes, and he should fall. They line up. He gets two. Ryu, a double of his own as well, will open up this A site. A smoke down information gathered, and Ryu, who's been so solid all the way throughout this tournament, caught finally. But a quick trade should give them a block.
Again, really, really clean on those trades. It's been so consistent throughout the tournament. There is a flank coming in. It has been heard. They know where this other player is at as well. They're so very low. Sparta's inside the smoke. This could be huge. I mean, the CT also holding inside the smoke. Magilla could have joined them, but he does get stabbed from behind. This is all over the place. Spartas finds one, but he's so low for this second fight. There is a kit available for Onyx as well, so he's looking to go for the hold, and that's exactly what he's going to do. Sparta's trying to play the bait and switch game, but it doesn't work out. Call his bluff, but it doesn't work out. Ukraine just getting that second in a row.
It's not a terrible round though from Lithuania. Force buy back in, bomb plant 4 kills. You're probably in a spot, in a headspace as well, you're thinking, let's just buy again, right? We're so close then, we got a little bit better of an investment in round number 3. Let's see what we can bring to the table. But Ukraine, 2-0 start. They needed this as well. I think after the way that Nuke finished, they're probably kind of questioning a little bit in terms of their own ability, ways to shut down Lithuania. They need a strong, solid start heading in towards map number 2, and not so far, so good.
Oh,
Down, Ken, that misses. He goes through the flames. He might get away with the kill. No, he won't. Everyone's flying, but Jugas somehow reacts in time. The nade will bounce over and actually doesn't really find him.
Okay.
Really messy, and Fleerax fluffs his lines.
this is all over the place. Somehow an advantage for just a second, and it's actually swung back the other way now. Ukraine in the lead. Spartas trying to find his spray, but he can't, and Onyx takes
A tu aš nenudėjau to?
again, such a mess, but not totally out.
He facing can... Taigi aš jį nudėjau. What the fuck?
Long margin. He'll get the bomb.
Nejaugi rimtai nenudėjau.
HP for Onyx, he could definitely get
Ach,
this
nahui.
to play with as well. So he's just going to play things patiently. It seems to be a way that he really enjoys clutching up.
Ukraine are approaching this perfectly.
Ai, vaisai.
You don't need to commit to a site here. You just got to stick together. The only way to commit and just move around as a bit of a unit, play for the trades. You kind of hope that Onyx a bit of a human flashbang in a way too, right? You can cause knife to trade. There's a bit of a gap here with this isolation possible. But BMAS just couldn't quite train the aim. Knife will find the kill. That's Ukraine 3 in a row, and now this will reset this Lithuanian economy a little bit. They can't really properly force into this. Hero AK sure, but I think a full buy would be a risk not worth taking.
Thinking about it though, there was a Galil bottle by Zegas, but they opt to go down the middle.
That's right, half fire around the Hero AK. I like
think
this.
that's completely fair. They've got a tiny bit of utility, so a quick idea I think would be good, right? Try and get this smoke down and flash behind it.
Užmušiu, nice.
See what is in store for Lithuania. Dawi moving in quick, not going to be expected at all. They've not
Galiu dabar jau tikrai pabėgti.
for him. Really aggressive move. We'll see. There's no one really around to trade him, so I think he
Kaip aš tada jo neužmušiu?
scot-free.
Yeah, gets in, gets out. I mean, that's as good as it gets in this sort of a situation. A lot of onus on Magila stepping up with that Hero AK. Or at the very least, if he doesn't, somebody scoops it up and does the job.
Tai liko viena, ne?
At the very least,
Nors šiaip čia net nėra, man atrodo, būtinas, bet ai.
too vulnerable in this sort of a round.
Kodėlgi ne?
Trying to make a little move. Nice timing on the Molotov. Can't get to find an important kill. As
Jemašyrau.
he's probably the main man we're looking towards in the numbers department for Lithuania. A fantastic map number 1. Magila swinging a double from him as well. Onyx also caught in the crossfire, so this opens this round.
No,
up a bit. Molotov on
Theater
Magila
in
briefly.
Kyoto.
There's a bit of a split move happening. It's all on the shoulders of Dowie.
Yeah, if they're going to buy enough time here, Dowie just hiding away in towards Con. It's not too hard of a guess.
Ну, ложитесь, давай.
Quick switching off the nade.
Шиги, то есть всё.
Still gets a good amount of damage out of it, but he may well have been able to find the kill with it. Beamer so close. Pretty much nets 2. It is down to Dowie. They know exactly
Ewa, on będzie tempo.
kit available. What a steal this would be. McGilla is just spotted behind the pillar, but he's not really available enough to find the kill, so he's going to take that peek and get it all the same. Lithuania on the board against the odds once again.
Yeah, huge hero AK round to be winning as well. They're the ones that can really start to flip this momentum and put pressure back on the shoulders for Ukraine. I mean, look at the buy that's going to come through. It's going to be next to non-existent. Each and every round that Ukraine have been finding so far, sure, they've started well with 3-0 start, but it's been made quite expensive. They've been losing a lot of lives, and in doing so, it means their economy's not exactly in a good spot. So an M4, triple MP9, and Onyx forces just a pistol, not the start for Ken either. He's tagged low. I don't even know how. Was that a knife?
Potentially,
that's the only thing it
to
could
be
be
fair,
a backstab from your teammate, so even sloppy mistakes like that is not what you want to be seeing.
Little bit awkward indeed. But no one's going to know. I don't know. It could actually come back to bite them, to be honest with you. He's also in an advanced position, looking to take an early fight. There's a lot of tension in this round so far in this game as well. It's moving a bit slower than we might expect. The nade is close, but it does not take him down. So Ken lucky to be alive right now, but he is certainly softened up. Knife up close. Sveikas, meanwhile, in A main. Could have had both. It is robbed away from him. Knife gets his kill at mid, but he's traded back. Bomb is in such a bad spot right now, so they can't really dedicate to either bomb site. They got a man in behind. Spartus looking to kind of seal the deal here with this kill, and he will do just that. So Ken on 7 HP, somehow the last man alive in this 1-on-3.
Still got the shades on the forehead as well. Keeping it cool.
Čia ne ten, kur sudegė viskas.
Situation like this. 1 versus 3, and it might even just be the play to go and pick up an M4 and save it. He knows he's one dropped over towards A main. Don't really think it's worth giving this a go. He's nowhere near the site. Bomb will go down. Round will be
Čia man rodo, kur išdegė viskas, ne?
Save it in towards the next. You've got no chance in this. He'll have a little look for exits, but there we go. AK's scooped up. Stuck yourself in a corner. So Lithuania going to find a second. And slowly but surely starting to find their form. Their man not even save either. I mean, this has all been hurt. I assume been hurt, but Ryu, no, knife out, down he falls. So a consolation kill, and he's actually far enough away that the hunt won't really be effective. So AK saved, a little bit of damage to the economy as well. Not a bad silver lining for Ukraine.
Yeah, crazy. Crazy that Khan is the man that survives through this round. But he will.
He's southeast of Konoji Temple.
I know, and then the nade was like an inch away.
Yeah. I feel like that's the kind of mistakes we see for a lot from kind of face-it demons.
For
They're used to not doing team damage in that sense. And of course, it does end up biting on the back here. But for Lithuania and starting to solidify this T side a little bit. AK's across the board. That one saved M4. We do need a solid T side though from Lithuania. I mean, this is a T-sided map, and we're expecting big things from Ukraine when they get there as well in that second half.
Yes, absolutely. Again, a team that does take a bit of time to get ramped up, however. Lithuania sending the feelers out there. Lovely little A-main flash coming in here. It is ineffective, but Fleerax, gotta be careful. Interestingly enough, he opted to just buy up some utility, didn't upgrade his weaponry, didn't take any armor with him. So maybe trying to just get the shoulders out on A and convince them that this is a strong buy and you need to be careful, but of course we know that is not the case. A heavy rotation as well here from Ukraine.
This is a round that Lithuania should be taking, and honestly without breaking a sweat, if this does get expensive, Ukraine, you can actually take some positives away from it.
Ой, не та
The
посильно.
way that Ukraine are approaching this, just stick together. Essentially, the players that don't have an AK, basically everybody that's not Kern, should be kind of be dying for him. Cannon fodder so he can shine, but unfortunately they've gambled, and they've gambled towards the wrong side. A is open for the taking. Red carpet rolled out. Bomb will go down momentarily. You just save the AK. You can maybe send the pistols in to see what they can find, but this is a done affair. Lithuania will be tying the game up.
On the hunt, however, the CT side looking to drop and maybe save, of course, another gun. see if they can do just that. Trapping them in towards A main is the name of the game just about. Ryu is unsure of whether he wants to push in here, but things looking good. Starting to even it up and ultimately waiting for a bit more action in this game. It's been quite a quiet Anubis as far as they go. In comes Ken at the last second to find two, but it's not really going to do too much. Might have even liked that AK into the next round, to be honest with you. The one-tap potential and all that.
Yeah, 2 kills is okay, but I think there's more value in keeping that AK alive. So I think you're right. But a buy that will come in regardless. Falls across the board. All tied square. Lithuania, a little team that could keep on doing it.
Easy.
Just how well they can punch up. You talk about the teams they've scalped throughout this tournament. Germany, Kosovo, we brought these up in that first half, and they had Ukraine to the tally. That is an incredibly hard playoff run where they've proved just how good they are. Magila's got 2. So much space now towards mid. Onyx makes a push which will catch Smartus off guard, but they start to make a move here. The doubles on offer and Khan gets both. Magila's still holding W through the flame, through the fire, catching Khan. Carnage here, Pandemonium and Piziena as we're into a 2 versus 2. Bomb goes down, post one set up. Onyx is barely alive and Dowie now dead. 6 feet under, it's Onyx with 8 points of HP in a 1 versus 2, and he'll fall as well.
Nice.
All 5, an ace that lights up this round. What a way to do it, and that was the most aggressive approach as well. Holding W, he didn't slow down for a moment.
A madman at large for Lithuania, but he will net them the lead in a pretty important round, and yeah, maybe this is one of the things that they've kind of talked about a bit. We've seen him off the AWP compared to the earlier games. He has just been more focused in on the rifle, and perhaps there is a reason for that, feeling a bit more confident in his conventional play, but my goodness, what a round. What a round, and again, it will break the bank. They are forced into a low buy here, Ukraine. They've got a few nades and whatnot to work with. Do have a small tech pause here as we have lost Cairn, so hopefully not going to be waiting too long to get him back in. It's one thing we've done very, very well in here at Kosovo is, you know, limited tech timeouts, to be honest with you.
Yeah, agreed.
Sometimes there can be some stage issues, and it's been pretty good so far.
Evo, 4 polit.
Honestly, we've had pretty quick fixes here. Smoothly run all the way in Piziena. We have lost Calm though, so hopefully we can get it back in the server as soon as. Generally with a crash, it's pretty quick. But you look at it towards this next round, round number 8, and Money's in a real feeble spot once again for Ukraine. They can off by a little bit of upgraded pistols, but they can't actually bring anything substantial in towards this round. So another tough predicament. Lithuania should be gifted a 5th. You then look towards round number 9 where you lose that gun round, and we're talking about Lithuania guaranteeing a lead more or less on this T side, which is kind of exactly what happened towards Nuke, and it made life so difficult for Ukraine. I've seen good though towards Lithuania, waves from Magila, so they're loving life, and I don't blame them.
Yeah, really, really great round, and I think that, you know, they'll take some time here, happily. Ukraine feels awkward for them, and they did look clean initially, to be fair, but they have indeed struggled in the series to really take the control of the game that we were expecting. You know, we were considering the way that they've performed and the professional team that they are outside of this tournament. I thought that this would be kind of a one-sided affair, maybe. You know, Lithuania again are proving us wrong, proving everybody wrong.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, especially, you know, look towards Lithuania, a mixed side in a sense. You got Spartas, doesn't have a team currently. Magila playing on the mix of Fish 1, 2, 3. BMAS also teamless as well. Rio, of course, in Monty and Dugas in Navi Junior. I mean, these are all players with the opportunity to move into actually pretty big teams, and I think they're proving just how talented they are compared to Ukraine. Representing TNL, their organization, a top 40 side and one of the best sides in Tier 2 so far in 2025. They have been lights out all year long and continue to prove just how good they are. Khan's back in the server. So we'll get back underway. It's 4 in a row for Lithuania and 4 pretty incredible rounds at that.
The other
Show back in a row. Like we said, not really a lot they can do in a round like this. Khan's going to go for a hero M4 and a few upgraded pistols around it. A lot of heavy lifting needs to be put on his shoulders, but statistically, he's their best player.
Yeah, really does seem like it's creeping back in. Very, very popular at the moment. Full damage from that nade. It felt closer than that, to be honest with you. But now he doesn't take too much. However, Ryu charges in. No one really around to help the B player here, and that's going to be the bomb site and probably the round, given the weaponry that the Ukraine can bring into this retake. Down goes the M4. Sveikas not quite ready for this close player. Surely checks it out, and indeed will take him cleanly. 5-on-2, just like that. Lithuania, no work for them to break into this 5th round.
So far as well, I mean, every fight taken dry. No util. They're just so reliant on the mechanical prowess. Sveikas, he'll scoop up the M4. And a small silver lining is saving it, but it's not a good spot, actually. You know, we look at this next gun round, it's so important. On it! All right. Nice proving there's little mechanics there left in the round. Nice little double D. Won't affect the round itself, but it's good for the personal confidence. Maybe good to make a hit on that pretty steady T-side economy. Healer, 11k for him. Sveikas with a buy already, 9.1. They're flushed for cash on that T-side. And Ukraine got to call for a pause. Kane, the coach. Opportunity for him to get on the mic, and he needs to kind of spit a little bit of his wisdom here. They need a level head to bring themselves back in towards this series. They're quite rapidly running out of time.
Yes, absolutely.
Що ще було?
There you go.
That's dedication.
That's
to
the guy they
European Esports
based that
Championship.
trophy off of, for sure.
The trophy's so good he got a tattoo. You got to respect it.
All right, back into the action briefly here. An important round, as we have highlighted. Lithuania looking to really stretch a lead here if they win this one, and it would be, again, another money problem for Ukraine. They, meanwhile, trying to prove themselves on the server. We've bigged them up quite a bit. I think everybody else bigging them up as well. All the teams that you spoke to had these guys as a pretty solid pick. So far, not so good. Ken tries to find the first. It will escape him.
Really good discipline there from Yu as well. Yu knew he was a known quantity, just doesn't peek, and actually lets his teammate do the swing.
Trzeba by na potogi typ.
He's holding, picks or peek, but he can't quite find it. Takes a lot of damage. Throws a bit of Yu to get out. Maybe slightly flustered, but he escapes with his life intact.
Magilla creeping forwards here. Let's make a bit of noise as well. I'm not sure if he has been heard. Onyx is in the wildest angle, you know, just really not going to be expected this late into the round. Nearly does get caught, but he's just so comfortable. Magilla on the lurking AWP doesn't really find too much. Now we've got the A execute coming in. Quick utility, they're going to be here fast, but they're a bit broken up at the moment. Oh, Ryu flashes himself. So the hold looks
галютируем посетить.
Ukraine, and I think indeed it might just be a concede of the round here for the T side. Yeah, I think you're just saving the spot. 2 versus 5, no chance. Sub 30 seconds. You have to just be left reeling a little bit, but you don't really have too much of a choice in this one. Really nice shutdown toward the A side though, and I think it was a little sloppy as well from Lithuania. They're peeking one by one. They're giving themselves the opportunity to be isolated. And even looking at Magilla as well, just so tunnel vision in, didn't think it was a possibility that Onyx could have pushed. So Ukraine bite back, a 4th put on the board for them. Still plenty of chances to get in towards this map as well. Generally speaking, Anubis, the most T-sided map we've got in the pool currently. So any sort of foundations they build here are good, and Lithuania will call for a pause. We get a nice moment to look at that beautiful trophy. This is also a tough spot. And if Lithuania, they need to build up a pretty solid lead. I think the kind of bare minimum 7 rounds on T-side. T-side is generally where they've done their best work. It's generally where they've looked their sharpest. And also a T-side of the map, as we mentioned. So all signs point to this first half being super important for them.
All right. Timeout comes to an end. Can they get the return round? That's exactly what Lithuania are looking for. A lot of respect for that timeout, actually. We've only lost 1, but we want to make sure that it is no more from Ukraine. So we'll see here. Moving into into another super important round for both these teams. A lack of an AWP on the Lithuania side. That's about the only thing that's different in the buy. Flirax. Oh, flashed off. But he fancies a repeat kit. He is looking for this opener. Got a bit of backup. That nade actually sort of gets in his way.
Yeah.
So he's not able to see the player taking the peek. And he is flashed off again. But he is confident to keep going for it. Smoke will push him back for now. Meanwhile, Onyx found a kill over towards the B-bomb site, maybe catching a lurking player. So an advantage right now for Ukraine.
Oh, there it is. Magila, he did have a bit of an advanced push in front of that Molotov, but it falls flat. Ryu, this is a risk that very, very rarely pays off. And Onyx gifted one on a silver platter there. AK scooped up, so the upgrade as well. He's low, but his job's already been done in this round. A double kill from him. The B-ball as well. Dugas have the ideas. Quick trade on the low player, but smoked out now by Dowie. He only has to isolate the one fight. He himself in a bit of trouble, and a fourth in the hands of Dugas. This round opens up a little bit. 2 versus 3. Bomb, plant.
Ще позгали бігти. Сервіс? І добро туди.
Swing coming through, and they both fall simultaneously. Khan and Flirax combine. And Ukraine tie this game up.
So many smokes all over that site, so they really do worry about what is coming their way. A fair college try from the remaining players to try and win the round back, but Ukraine is starting to get the early rounds under wraps. Absolutely fantastic stuff. We do have a few late members of the crowd in. Not quite the midnight oil just yet, but we're getting there. We are getting close. If it goes to a third, it's going to be quite a late finish for these guys, so we love talking about the fatigue factor. For now, it's all about the landing of shots factor. Bemis up on the boost, looking to time this peak. Oh, he will, but Flirax hits the flick nonetheless. That is what we love to see. Ukraine looking to find number 6, and they have an advantage to do it with.
That's a stunner of a shot there by Flirax. Reactionary.
Labai tu čia bėgi toli, kažkaip ir labai lėtai.
Smoke down, so Lithuania have to win this from a numbers advantage. Looking towards some of this rifling core to step up. In particular, probably look towards Ryu, right? This is the guy that fantastic map #1, but this whole tournament has been the main port of kills for Lithuania. A little quiet here on Anubis so far. Gila 2 not look too bad. Dugas, fantastic. Bemis has the call from the grave. Down goes Magila, so that makes life all the more confident. Through a smoke, Dowie gonna find one of his own as well as this round falling apart rapidly at the seams. One by one they get dropped. Feels like there's really not enough on offer. Ryu, it's a consolation kill, but I don't think it's gonna make too big of an effect. Down to just one. He does catch on a jumping up, but that's as good as it gets. It's Ukraine for a 6th. A nice little run of form here now, Scriv. Things are looking pretty solid.
Yeah, really trying to find the openers in these rounds. Lithuania have not been able to do that. Oh, unlucky, unlucky. An MP5 as well. That's a crazy skin, actually. It's quite a nice skin, but you know,
Sad
it's
is like on the
He's
worst
just
gun.
slammed that laptop down, by the way.
Yeah, because an MP5, the worst gun of all time.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, just a waste of money. Don't never buy the MP5 in a game. Right, we've got some aggression coming in towards B main here. Ukraine looking to end things thick and fast. They do have to be careful because the entire Lithuania team is on the other side of this. Just a 1-for-1. Both of them back off. A gentleman's agreement. We're not going to have a chaotic round. Let's maybe just take a 4v4 and see what we can find.
Yeah, rein ourselves back in. I like this sort of proactivity, though, from Onyx. Just have a little look, see what's opening up. Spotted one, a dink on towards Spawn as he's trying to get out of there as well. This is a messy 5-1. Favorable. Magila quick on the trade, though, but a lot of damage dealt. Both Magila and Bemas are so low. All signs point to Ukraine finding this round still.
Yeah, you would think so. The bomb, however, is on a flick towards A.
Open.
Very open. I mean, they're only just pushing B main right now, so the players are not really in a rotational spot. I'd start to hear the utility coming in. It will indeed paint that picture, but can they do anything about it? Really weird game state to be in. We've got some kind of a flank coming in from middle in the form of Knife.
They gotta go.
I don't know how I feel about this, man. I don't know how I feel about this. The bomb plan somewhat late, to be fair, and Magila trying to get a timing and fails. So now Bemis on 3 HP becomes even more of a detriment. Zigas to hold. He's got to do a lot of the heavy lifting. It's a quick dink, but he can't confirm the kill. He will get taken down, and surely nothing for Bemis. One kill not going to be enough. It will be 7-5 in favor of that CT side. So they are feeling pretty good about this, I am sure.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. 7-5 on a CT side as well. There's a lot to like, but let's see if they can continue it after the break. Quick break and we get the show back on the road. Second half, and all signs looking good for Ukraine. They want to push it towards that decider ancient as well. But in a way, still a long road to get there. Lithuania far from out of their map pick just yet. Just around 4 that would open things up once again. Start to put that pressure back on the Ukraine side. Don't give them a chance to start this T side strong. They keep it together. This is a nice move. In through mid, they found a huge gap in the defense here. There is nobody to beat them, so they're picking the litter of where they want to go. They're going to pop in towards the site. Funky here on towards A. This body's ready to meet them. Magila and Zyugas want a piece, but Knife gets 3, and that'll open up A. What a showing from him. Bomb goes down, and that could be the round in itself. 2 versus 3 in the retake. Post plan looks favorable for Ukraine.
He's close, looking for the ace. He wants a little more. Both coming in from camera to drive by from Ryu for 2. And he's looking to get 3 of his own as well. All down to Onik to clutch things up. The bomb pretty far ticked. He could play this patiently.
Organization, okay.
1v1 required. Glock up close. And of course he gets it done. A huge pullback from Onik as it looked like the round had maybe fallen by the wayside. Ukraine with the second half pistol looking set for map 3.
His 15th kill as well of this map. Onik, generally speaking, is kind of the weakest when it comes to the numbers department, but he is lighting up Anubis right now. And what a way for him to step up. Fantastic work. And that's heartbreaking. After Ryu gets a drive-by double, you think there's maybe a bit of a chance back into it, but he isolates the fight so expertly. That shot in towards heaven, a masterclass. Fortunately for Lithuania, money nowhere near good enough, so no buy on offer. A 5-7 is as good as it gets. This one should be a bit of a freebie for the T-side. Now bound around the corner. Unfortunately, Nate's going to go the wrong way. They bounced them the other way, could have been fine. Doesn't really matter. Onyx going to get 3 with the Mach 10. An overlooked angle, a consolation kill for Ryu, but that's as good as it gets. 4-round buffer and 4 rounds away. Ukraine looking good. This could require a map 3.
Yeah, I mean, this might really be the round that decides it. In all honesty, if there's no players saving across, you know, the CT side economy is going to be in the toilet for the rest of this game. So they've got to start winning now. Counter-Strike will continue. So let's see what they've got in store. Utility certainly lacking. The CT side, nice early nade to keep Spartus in check. He's not super low off the back of it, but it will make a difference later on in the round.
Mano.
Ukraine showed a lot of restraint in the early part. They're playing quite a few quick rounds, especially early, getting contact and seeing what the CT side defense is looking like. But this one, just trying to piece that puzzle together bit by bit. That's a nice nade though. Softening up Khan. You take it. Unconfirmed damage, but good damage all the same. He's pop flashing towards main. No one's there. So a very laid-back setup by Lithuania. They're sitting deep on towards the side. They're not really doing anything on all the docks. I say that, that's a wild beat from Dalby. And the second behind it from Fleerex is equally as sloppy. Feels so unnecessary. AK scooped up as well. He might be unaware of the third. He 180s, deals so much damage, but not enough to kill him. Might still be a bit of a chance here as well. Ryu is slightly isolated. He'll move around and he'll tuck his head. He's buying time for the rotations. And this is the right way to approach.
Yeah, looking really good here. Very, very smart stuff. Allows them to come through. Con. Knife gets the double spray down, however. Looking for a little more. The trade is there. Surely now Ryu's angle, his patience has to pay off. Onyx is down to the pistol. Ryu may be almost too safe, but the peak comes to him and he will get it done. A key round for Lithuania picked up.
My God, they needed that. I mean, you can even talk about how expensive it was made. Only the one staying alive for Lithuania is still going to have a real knock-on effect.
Here's how us are
All that matters, arguably the most important round,
Ты чё считаешь, Лубус?
they have to take it, and they do. So they're staying alive, they're staying competitive, and that has to be said. That's the first time, really, especially in the second half, that we've seen really egregious mistakes from Ukraine. That double swing through the smoke feels super unnecessary. Not the end of the world, though, for them. Of course, they can buy back in Bar Onyx, who is on that Tech 9. You'd argue advantage Lithuania. You find this one as well, and might be a bit of a chance. Traditionally, this is what we like to call a swing round. The winner of this round sort of gets gifted a second because it breaks the other team's economy on both sides. So this is a really important round of the 16. Especially if Lithuania find it, they'll go within reach and distance.
Trying to find the opener here on the boost. Nobody around for it, so they will opt to move forwards pretty quick. But then scared off by all this.
So
trying to pull the defense all over the place. Again, you know, it's something that I think is typical of Lithuania. They're not doing it as much in this series, but they have been very loose with their rotations, let's say. So maybe that's part of the logic here from the mid-round to just make a lot of noise in mid and then pull away. Maybe they will go. Nice little smoke there on main. So they are not bothered. They're going to go through it. Sparta's very, very ready for this. He's backed up by Ryu as well, who has to get multiple. He will do just that. Down to Ken. And it's looking good for Lithuania. Trade is clean. 2 rounds the gap.
Ryu's been a little quiet, you know, throughout this map compared to map number 1, but that 3-piece is so well played. Great isolation. Like we said, that swing round will break the economy of Ukraine. Hence why they're going to call for a tack timeout. And again, get Kane on the mic, but a real tough spot. I mean, this round, sort of round number 17, basically non-existent. Can't really do all too much. Still got a few people out here in Pristina as we're creeping towards midnight. About to be burning that midnight oil. And if this goes map 3, we'll be past that answer.
Eva.
Lithuania. Within reaching distance now. 2 rounds and should be made 1. The 17th should be a bit of a gift. No real buy. Double deagle, which can still be scary. Especially Onyx. He's getting in some pretty crispy shots, but as a whole,
they always said I had her fire.
Should be a simple one for the CT side.
In Yamato province.
You would assume, I mean, maybe even want to keep the bomb from going down.
Correct, taking the bomb with them.
Well, yeah.
Just leaving it in spawn.
You kind of need it. Kind of do need it, but they're just looking to play off of their spawns to get an early kill. But Lithuania, really well disciplined here, looking pretty good on the CT side. Great protocols thus far, not taking any chances. Full respect.
Softens him up even more. 1 stray bullet from MP9, but he's got no armor, so even at range, that's a pretty healthy amount of damage. 1 minute 10. Looks like the commit will be coming momentarily. They grouped up towards A. There's 2 players here to meet. The flank starting to brew. This flash alone might even force a peek. There it is. The first, the second opens up. Zugis gets 3 in total before he falls. And Hunter Khan, who gets 2. Now the farm itself is still a possibility, and he scoops up an AK-47, but Ryu will deny. That's good. I mean, consolation kills though. Some sharp shots. You take them.
Yep.
A 1-round game.
Yeah, keep yourself warm into the most important rounds of the tournament so far for both of these teams. It is again down the middle. They might have gone in for a buy if they had got the plant there. But they are opting to go for a half here instead. So an eco into a half. We're maybe not massive fans of that econ management. You know, the odd deagle bought up in the previous round perhaps has set them back.
Super against the meta as well.
Yeah. Really not ideal when you are looking to retain your lead. So by all accounts, Lithuania should be in with a good chance here. Onyx holding up close. There's a lot of players around that corner as well. So I'll just go in for the info and then back off.
Magila, what have you got for us? There's a fight, your name on it. Hardy nails the shot. Now we've questioned a couple of these all plays. Spartus overlooked in that close corner. It's very rarely cleared, especially not pushing through a smoke. Beamer's one of his own. There's a second there as well. This half buy does not do nearly enough. Like we said, eco into a half buy, not a good spot, and you know, some questionable econ management.
Yeah,
but
bro.
you squandered the lead. You now find yourselves tied, and there's such stability and such momentum built up over towards Lithuania. This is a dire spot for Ukraine. While the score looks level, in the general feel of the game, it's pretty lopsided at the moment.
Since the guns have come out, Lithuania have not dropped a round, so really, really good signs that they're able to keep this momentum going. However, this would be the all-important round in which to take it away. Ryu actually steals this one from the Ukrainian playbook, but he does one better. Double kill for him before he's traded out. I think it was maybe Dowie or Onyx just went charging in one of those early CT rounds for Ukraine, and very, very effective hit.
Yeah, taste the road medicine a little bit.
Indeed.
It was Dowie had a little push. Didn't do a lot, but that was a nice move in through water. He was the E-box player, and Ryu takes a leaf out of their book, and it's one that works so effectively. Gains information as well. Carpets player means generally they were setting up for an A hit, so it squanders the initial call out of spawn, which is such a good spot to be in. This is a unbelievably tough double stack to break down. Look at the swing. Knife's gonna get 2 big kills, and there's a third player there that he just does not expect. What a setup in towards mid. Bomb drop. Round done. Lithuania. It should be near impossible to lose this now. Magila gonna go searching just in case there's some sort of lurking play. That Molotov could be better plays. That's a little weird from B-Mass. His aim goes a little awry, but Magila's in there, the side. Double digits hit first by Lithuania. They are 3 rounds away from lifting that incredible trophy.
Fans in the house. Part of the team that makes it all possible here in Pristina. Timeout coming in from Ukraine to try and stay in this map.
They're third and final as well.
Yeah, this is crazy. It really is not going well. The head loss perhaps coming into play a little bit here, and another silly economic situation to be in. What are they going to do with it?
Because even with this loss bonus, all they need is a bomb plant, and it can mean a buy, but it's unfortunately just not a spot that they're given. Attack pool was third and final for Ukraine, followed by a tech pulse, unfortunately.
Чи готування не зняв би гри?
As we mentioned, but Lithuania are in a good spot. This round should be a bit of a gift. That gives them a buffer zone of those 2 rounds. 2 rounds away as well from taking the map, their map pick. And the series. I keep saying it, the little team that could, and I just keep doing it, man. This is such a story for them. Came in towards this tournament, and we're being honest, you know, Lithuania maybe a dark horse to make playoffs, but to make a run in playoffs felt so unlikely, especially with how stacked our playoffs was. Germany, Kosovo, Ukraine, Denmark, all teams which are super scary in their own right. Lithuania have not backed down from a fight yet, and doesn't look like it's stopping anytime soon. Take pause concluded. Round number 20 gets underway, but no real buy for Ukraine here. Few upgraded pistols, bit of armor as well. Could mean a pop play with that util, but it's got to be a big mistake from Lithuania for this one to fall flat.
Onyx looking to contact in here, the entire team behind him. Bemis up close, has got to be prepared for this. It's not quite clean enough. A little nervous perhaps in the all-important round. Flash comes in to slow them down for the time being. The AWP trained, but unfortunately not going to be able to do too much here. He hits his shot, but that's all that he can do. Sveikas
to hold, and he will buy them some time. Ryu gets a little giddy through the smoke, though, gives them the advantage back. 20 HP, and then forward, no ammo, picked up 5 flea racks. Oh my goodness, Ken here in the 1 versus 2 brings it down to just 1. The wide swing, not good enough for Lithuania. Hold the line just about. That is as close as it comes, and my goodness, I wanted to go the other way for a second.
When Ryu dives for that smoke, man, I thought he'd thrown it. That was a bit of a sloppy mistake, and it nearly cost us. Thank God for Judas. My God, what a time for him to step up, especially that third fight as well. Denies the bomb crossing to Cake and going down. That's a big thing. Spartus in for the flank, right place, right time, and I think it's a huge sigh of relief for Lithuania. Potentially the final buy here, or the true buy for Ukraine. If they fall flat here, this could be game, set, and match in this grand final. He gaze out, and they're just going to pop towards B. They're going to go for a simple play and see what they can find, and it starts well. Dowie with a drive-by, but Spartus for 2. Magila, one of his own in the mess, the carnage, the chaos, and he's somehow still alive. What is happening? Fleerax is spamming away. Khan trying to get him behind, and he gets plucked out of the sky. Duck hunting by BMAS. Lithuania are 1 round away from lifting that trophy. What a story it's been for them throughout this entire competition. And Ukraine, the heavy favorites coming in towards the European Championships, find themselves 1 round away from 2nd place.
Unreal. These are the kinds of stories that we want in these tournaments. Exactly what they are designed for. And Lithuania representing their country, and a mixed team coming together, just some friends.
10 days of
getting
practice,
it done, yeah, really
10 days.
Nothing in there, just, you know, a bit of a run around on every map is basically what Beamer said, and then playing some Face It to get the vibes going. So we'll see here whether Ukraine can get the 3 strung together, or if it will indeed be Lithuania to take so many scalps and then to win the whole thing. Ryu, here's the footsteps, gets the timing as he's on the quick switch from the nade, as crisp as you like.
Smart play from him as well, take a bit of damage, just drop a smoke, slow this round down, play it to your tempo. 1 minute 10, numbers don't favor them. They've actually not got a lot of util here, Ukraine as well. Double flash and a Molotov. It's a pretty awful spot to be in. Onyx will get his kill, but he's left reeling. 1 point. No damage is all that's really required to see him off, and Magila on the swing, and the fine Davi gets dropped. Knows where 1 is as well. Magila will fall to Onyx. He took a pop shot through that smoke, and Fleerax catches Spartus in the push. Feels unnecessary, but it's still 2 versus 2. BMAS left low. Technically, this favors Ukraine, but 35 seconds, anyone's game.
Yeah, it's a wacky moment here for sure, Ken. They're not going to be expecting him. He wins his fight. And low HP Bemis sticks around to try and give it a go here. The other players on the plant, he didn't quite realize whether he'd be on it or off it. Fleerax peeks round and finds the kill. So damn close for Bemis to get it done prematurely.
A bit more HP, and he might be a bit more confident on the push as well. Not a bad effort. First round in 8 plays that Ukraine have been able to win. They finally get one on the board, but the question is it too little too late? Tactical timeout will be taken by Lithuania. Only their seconds, they've got 1 more as well in regulation if they need it. And plenty of money to buy back in, no issues there. Into the next round, maybe not the same. So if Ukraine can overcome round number 23, we might be able to discuss overtime. 1 round at a time for them, and in the same vein as well, as much as it's great that they found that round, it was super costly. So look at the buy they're going to be bringing to the table. They've got a double kill and the Mach 10 required. So firepower still favors Lithuania massively.
Utility is king here for them, though. They certainly could have had a few more AKs, but they have opted to make sure they have all the nades that they might possibly need. So, a clear-cut game plan. This is a big round here. Lithuania, if they drop it, could go sideways for them. Magila peeking back in. He will only find 1, but he lives to tell the tale. He wants a bit more here. He wants a bit more in this connector area. He's in the right spot as well. They are on the way, slowly creeping towards him.
He's sort of in a position though where he can't fall away. Swing and a fight. Does get traded, like we said, couldn't really fall off that angle. Ryu, how's your aim? Very good. As it's been all tournament long, he can't react in time for Onyx. Back into a 2 versus 2. Molotov comes out at a perfect time. They're swinging through the flames, and Onyx gets both. Ukraine aren't done just yet. More life left in this side. As we head to round number 24, the final in regulation. And it all comes down to this.
Timeout.
They use their last, and the buy is not great for Lithuania. Economy shattered.
Aš jau spėjau tas, kad čia turi būti. Geras. What the fuck?
On the line here for Lithuania. You do not want to let the game reset. You definitely don't want to let it get to that third and final map. The uncertainty creeps back in, particularly for a team of this ilk. The way that they've played, the way that they've come together, as we've mentioned many times. So they have to get it done here and now.
Look at the investment, man. Double M9, double M4. Jugas, one of the stars of this side, left on just a 5-7 as he picks up a bit of util. All signs point to overtime now as the buy is considerably more.
Galėtų mane nužudyti dabar už tave tiesiog po to. Jo.
Stay locked in and see this one over the line.
Čia tiesiog silent assassins ir viskas.
Up middle here. They have left this open. Just a smoke to, you know, feign presence.
Labai kažkur netoli, prašau.
The T's have got a lot of control here. Camera comes in, but man, this looks pretty scary. Zegas hears them in towards A main. Going to start calling for the rotations now. There's an advancement through B main.
Nice.
A lot of a timer. Magila is charging in, not going to be expecting them to be here. So they have played perfectly into the hands of Ukraine. But still not overcommitted too far. Spartas trades one back. They've got players dotted all over the shop right now on that Ukrainian side. Knife going to find his. He's left low. A lot of dry faces into off angles. Exactly what Ukraine want.
Just feels so unnecessary. I know the buy's not great for Lithuania, but some of these peaks,
It's panic, man.
yeah, you can tell they're so flustered now as well. They've squandered the lead of their own, and it's really starting to affect them. And this is where you look at them being a bit more of a mix and not really having that structure, that system to play off. And Ukraine are able to thrive in situations like this. Chaos is not something that Lithuania can do to break down Ukraine. It's unlikely. A decent amount of damage dealt, but Davi will define. Overtime is looming here in this series. It looks like a done affair. Ryu will find one, and any more is unlikely. So more rounds required. We're not done just yet. You can tell Lithuania, they just did not know what to do. They fell so flat on him at most, making peaks that just weren't required. I mean, especially Magila running loud all the way in behind. Such an easy kill.
Well, we'll see. A reset of the game sometimes can be beneficial for that team that's just sort of panicking. You know, back-to-back timeouts. Sometimes you maybe go a bit too far the other way.
Yeah.
Ukraine very much trusts the process. Lithuania trying to figure out maybe what their process is on the fly. So the reset can sometimes be good. Ukraine, the momentum is with them. And they have plenty of options. Great mid-rounding. I feel like they are in the heads of Lithuania. So we're going to maybe need to see a quick round from the CT side to just gain some of that control back, a push somewhere, a three-man stack somewhere, something along those lines.
Yeah, we saw it a little bit earlier. It was 9-all, and we were saying as much as the rounds are sort of level in a sense, the momentum isn't, and it's kind of similar here at 12-all. The rounds level, but this feels like it's in the hand of Ukraine at the moment. Lithuania falling very flat and very quiet at an inopportune time. Those who are new as well for overtime, it's first to 16. That's the number we're looking for. 2 halves of 3 rounds. Lithuania can go 2 for 1 at least. That would be really nice. Not bad util, shown early though, and it is starting to do a lot of damage. Davi the lucky man, and Ken not so much. He gets caught.
Yeah, he knew he was a bit numbered, tried to get out of there, but unable. A lot of damage done across to Dawi as well, so a really keen position for Lithuania. Need to find a way to close this out. Absolutely need this round. It would be a great starting block. Knife can't even get one.
Tik kanalą turiu, bol turiu, tai tepo trūksta.
Super low, trades one, but he's got 5 in total to find, all by himself. 30 seconds to do it in, and the nade will take him down. So Lithuania find that first in this overtime.
The absolute cult classic as well. Lithuania need that one round
Yes,
to get to
of course.
30 and all the way throughout regulation. They fall flat, get into OT, and they find it with ease. A bit of a classic. Slight tech pause here, but again, generally they've been pretty brief. It's a good way to start things out for Lithuania.
Seems all good to me. We are going to be getting back into things swiftly. So again,
Ganzaburus.
to play for, of course. Will it be over in 2, or have we got a bit more on the cards?
They don't get up on 1 here. Fleerax is going to have to get a drop. That means no AWP in the next round unless... No, really, everyone's kind of money is going to get a little bit feeble. So Bombard's kind of required for Ukraine to keep real solid buys all the way through. That's sort of the beauty of 12.5 KOT. You can't just spam buy AWPs every single round, especially if you...
Reikia šitą vykdyti.
Could be worth keeping an eye on. Not that the AWP's really been too impactful. Magila's been pretty excellent. Granted, a lot of it on the rifle, but 23 and 17 for him. Ryu up to 21. He was super quiet in that first half, but he's really come alive, and they're looking towards him now to settle this overtime, that's for sure.
Good molly. It is Ryu. What's he going to do with it? Trying to stay out of it. Jumping a little bit here as well, just to make sure he gets the smoke down. So not going to take him. They're also not going to gain the control of that area, right? Ryu sticks around, and the B bomb site remains difficult to hit. Really, really solid stack up here, by the way. 3 players on this B bomb site ready to go for Lithuania. Smoke in response, keeping those con players at bay. Less than a minute now in the round. They are going to commit in. Trying to believe in the hit, but there's so many, and it's just going so well for the CT side. Not a single kill round here for the attackers. Fleerax will get the first, but he's got so many more. A bomb to recover, and they know where he's at. He's got hardly any time left on the clock. They are not going to take any chances. Magilla waits patiently, and he is rewarded.
What a shutdown as well. 5v3 on that execute towards the B side, and it only goes one way. Beautiful stuff from Lithuania. These are the rounds that we were looking for at that tail end of regulation that we just couldn't find. And now look where we're at. Fleerax sees a drop as we spoke. His monetary situation isn't great. So there is that lack of AWP for Ukraine heading in towards the 3rd and final round of the half. He said he wanted at least 2 from Lithuania on the CT side because they do a lot of their best work on T side, and so far so good. This is a fantastic spot that they're in.
Yeah, I think they'll be pretty happy with this. Magilla as well, feeling more and more confident. Maybe a rougher start into the map, but he is playing very well now. As it's gone on, the flick lands. And there he is. We did mention, didn't we, that he'd been straying away from the AWP a little. But as the money's gotten better, he has been pulling it out and finding more success.
Yeah, it's a corker of a shot. It's so risky as well, because there's nowhere to fall back from that sort of a position. Generally speaking, 9 times out of 10 he should be winning it. Oh, Tsuga's going to win his fight on towards Khan, who's just peering on the edge of that smoke and trying to sort of abuse it in his favor, but he's the one who gets caught. As the fight over faces that aren't exactly looking good now for Ukraine, down to 3, but Davi's tagged up. Makes them all the more vulnerable to that M4 of you. One shot, headshot available. Great trade, great find. Davi with all to do. 1 versus 4 for him. He's been in this situation before and he fell flat, and this might be more of the same. He's spotted a shoulder, but there's 3 bodies behind. It's a flawless CT side from Lithuania. They are 1 round away again from that trophy.
Yeah, as we mentioned, I mean, sometimes it can just take the release of that pressure valve to give the room needed to squeeze out the victory. And I think the overtime's kind of done that a little bit for Lithuania. They don't have to worry about the money. They don't have to worry about, oh, what's going to happen if this kill doesn't go my way. You know, there's less pressure on them, at least initially in the overtime. So they've done very, very well there to get 3 in a row. And I mean, it is a tough, tough ask. As we swap over, Ukraine have not been here for a long time. They have to refamiliarize themselves quickly, and they now need 3 in a row for another overtime, right? So it becomes such a chore to get this game over the line and to remain alive in this series, in this grand final.
Čia kažkur.
All tournament long as well, Ukraine have only dropped one map.
Wow.
It's been a pretty
Would
stellar
it be
showing.
the one map there?
Aš tai noriu pažiūrėti viskas.
In this series. Up until this point, they were nearly flawless and things are falling
Tu
apart.
nahu.
Megila and
Kaip
Spotted
išdaužė.
open up the round and to stay alive in this map. It's all on the shoulders of Fleerax. Knife and Con. Their chances are dwindling at a rapid pace. And that's not the peach you want to be taking. That's pressure bubbling within this Ukraine side and an overfight which cost them.
They feel like they have to do something. Lithuania have read them. And it might just be the beginning of the end here. B-bomb site seems to be the finishing point. Molotov comes in. Nobody there. Not yet anyway. So they're jumping a little early here, Ukraine, trying to find a return frag, catch a lurker, something along those lines. Lithuania playing very well here as they just pause. Something they do so well. Get the advantage, and then nothing. Silence, no one lurking, no one giving a kill away.
Generally speaking, in this sort of a situation, a gamble stack is the right call. It's unfortunate, it looks like they're making the wrong gamble. That pause that you spoke of is so excellent. It looks like it could be all falling flat to this. It's just can't. You have to slow them down to buy time for the rotation. This is getting dicey. Sub 30 seconds. The bomb still needs to go down.
He's not in a bad spot. He's not in a bad spot. He's going to hide away in the corner behind the Molotov here. So we'll see. A break of the smoke as well. Leaves the planter a little low. On the wall bang. Drops the orb. Drops the bomb, sorry. 15 seconds remain. Ryu will find knife. But look, here they go. Dropping the bomb again. It's going to be down to a 2 versus 2. Pandemonium on the B-bomb side.
Nice.
But the spray is there. Zegas will secure it.
Laimėjo.
Skin of his teeth. But rightfully so, Lithuania will take it 2-0. Your European esports champions have been decided. The little team that could, all the way from Lithuania, will get it done. They take down Kosovo, they take down Germany, they take down Ukraine. The top 3 names in the tournament.
They had the hardest run all the way throughout. And every single game in this playoffs, they were the underdogs. And they kept fighting and punching up. What a showing from Lithuania. What a tournament. And you've got to feel for Ukraine. They just could not get going in a time where they needed it most. But what, in the individuals, we kept highlighting some of these guys as well. Megila, so sharp on an orb, which he doesn't really use all too often. What a showing. Lithuania, a tournament to remember. Fantastic stuff.
Well, after everything, after coming together with 10 days of practice, they have managed to take this tournament over the line. And your European esports champions looking so good here as they are ready with bated breath, just getting set up. But my goodness, what a tournament run from them, honestly. So clean. They will indeed lift the trophy here in Pristina. It's Team Lithuania.
Nice. Tai tą progą galime rendinti jau. Jo, ačiū, kad žiūrėjote ir viso.
Dabar Eurovaistinėje net 40% nuolaida 50 atrinktų veido priežiūros priemonių. Pasiūlymas galioja Liepos mėnesį lojaliems klientams fizinėse vaistinėse ir internete. Eurovaistinė. Jauskitės gerai. Sutaupę.
1, 2. Matai saulę, pakelk akis, kvepuok giliau. Aš tave matau, tu mane girdi, kas bus toliau. Tai ką tu turi, tikrai mane stebina. Įdegusi oda, kurią saulė kepina. Tavo saulės akiniai, per juos tu nieko nematai. Ir tie stiklai man blizgina akį. Akis, spalva, pasipuošusi vaikštai. Kad gerai atrodai, visi mato aiškiai. Taip, man pasisekė, aš taip galvojau, kai susipažinom. Iškart apsikabinom, geriam karštą vyną. Vedžiaus ne tik į kiną, bet visur, kur tu norėjai. Viską, ką uždirbau per savaitę, ant tavęs padėjau. Blizgučiai auskarai, grandinėlės kvepalai. Tiko tau labai, nors ir be šito patikai. Tik nežinau, nesupratau, tu elgdavais labai keistai, kai klausdavau tavęs, kur dingo mano pinigai. Gavo, ką norėjo gavo, ji mane apgavo. Ji tau melavo. Gavo, ką norėjo gavo, ji mane apgavo. Ji tau melavo. Gavo, ką norėjo gavo, ji mane apgavo. Ji tau melavo. Gavo, ką norėjo gavo, ji mane apgavo. Ji tau melavo. Atėjo valanda, kai pasakiau, kad myliu ją. Labai bijojau jos, kad ji nepasakytų ne. Na ką jūs manot, kaip galvojat, ką pasakė ji? Paplokit patys savo, aš pats nesitikėjau. Kiek valandų praleistų nuėjo veltui. Kiek daug strėlių pataikytų į mano širdį smigo. Žinai, dabar aš iš tiesų esu supykęs. Ir garantuoju, tu manai, kad aš esu nevykėlis. Bet ne, ar pameni savaitgalį pas Džonį? Prie stalo tu elgeisi, kaip tikra bežionė. Panelė miela, tikrai man buvo gėda. Ta vakarą tu pakilai ir aš likau vienas. O kitą dieną turėjom susitikti prie pieno parduotuvės. Deja, bet aš buvau užtrukęs. Kai pavėlavęs atėjau, tave mašinui pamačiau, o tu man melavai. Teisybės nesakei. Kaip supratau, to buvo reikalingi mano pinigai. Gerai, ką darysi, baigęs pasaką liūdnai. Dabar einu aš su draugais ir pasakoju savo istoriją. Nusiperkam alaus ir sėdame ant suolo. Ir lauke toks geras oras, šilta, o aplink tiek daug sijonų. Draugelį žiūri, selė varvina, manęs negirdi. Aš atsistoju, užteks jau man šitų trumpų sijonų. Gavo, ką norėjo gavo, ji mane apgavo. Ji tau melavo. Gavo, ką norėjo gavo, ji mane apgavo. Ji tau melavo. Gavo, ką norėjo gavo, ji mane apgavo. Ji tau melavo. Gavo, ką norėjo gavo, ji mane apgavo. Ji tau melavo. Gavo, ji mane apgavo. Gavo, nes apgavo. Gavo, ką norėjo gavo, nes mane apgavo. Gavo, gavo, ji mane apgavo. Gavo, ką norėjo, ji mane apgavo. Nes mane apgavo. Gavo, ji mane apgavo. Gavo, apgavo. Gavo, ką norėjo gavo, ji mane apgavo. Ji tau melavo.